Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Hawkblood, Alara, and I hope you all are doing fine. We are back with another episode of my sketchbook session series. You guys seem to really like the idea of this series, as I could see by the video stats. Though even the opposite result wouldn't have influenced my decision, because I really enjoy editing this kind of videos. Today I'm painting over a sketch of my 𝐒𝐄𝐒𝐈𝐎𝐍. This one was specifically planned to be a practice painting, unlike the one of 𝐒𝐊𝐿 I made in the last part. Anyways, how are you guys? Sorry for my little absence. A lot of things have changed since my last sketchbook session. Basically, I'm having an entire new everyday life. If you read the title or watched my last episode, you know that I started working for the first time on the 1st of September. I started a voluntary year as a gardener in a botanical garden in their tropical greenhouse, which is the source of the intro clips you just saw. I'm taking care of cleaning the paths, watering and fertilizing the plants, and collecting the fruit and additional work that has to be done. I did have mixed feelings about this job for the first 2 weeks. The first day was absolutely horrible. It overall started very badly. They didn't tell me at which time I should be there on my first day until the evening before. Then they gave me a wrong time. They sent me an email in which they told me that I should appear at 8 a.m, which I did, but apparently I should have been there at 7:30. So they got very angry with me immediately, and they didn't even apologize when I showed them the proof that they made a mistake. I actually wanted to quit that job immediately after I was home again and try to apply for some random winter semester at university. It was just very unpleasant for the first days. A lot of the co-workers weren't really friendly to me at first. They just made me feel unwanted and unwelcomed. It's better now and they seem to like me. I also made friends already, but I still feel a bit uncomfortable with some of them. I want to elaborate on this later though. There are more reasons why I felt and still feel a little insecure about this job. But first, the second person who does a voluntary year in the botanical garden didn't show up at all within the first week. They were on vacation because they took their days off in the first week of the job, which didn't leave a positive impression on me, but I still hoped that they would be nice regardless. Turns out that the guy who does the voluntary year with me is, I don't want to shame him at all. He apparently just turned 17, and the thing is just that he acts a lot younger. And while our age difference isn't that big on paper, it clearly is in behavior and mental maturity. He's very immature and just makes a lot of unnecessary, unprofessional comments, pretends that he knows everything better, and is just, okay, let's say it, he's an annoying brat. Which, of course, is totally understandable because he must be super insecure starting a 9-to-5 job at 17 and copes with trying to be impressive and cool. And who knows what his past experiences were. He probably will have a reason for acting this way. I do have understanding that it's a lot for him. It is for me as well, but dear God. I already had a sick day where I was home with a bad migraine and additional period cramps, and I returned to work the next day even though I didn't feel amazing. And he just shouts in front of my boss as he saw me come to work something along those lines of, "Oh, was Monday so bad that someone wanted an extended weekend?" And that is just fucking rude. I know it's a joke, but anyways, you don't do that. I'm not very fond of him so far. Things might change. I hope he just has to get used to the new environment, and then he will probably lose this attitude. Even though 2 weeks after, the whole team seems to be annoyed by him, things aren't looking good for him in regards of if he's allowed to stay in the voluntary year. I hope the best for him, but we will see. Otherwise, I quite like this job. The tasks are fun, especially collecting fruit, counting them, drying the seeds, and maintaining the seed archive. That's what tickles my brain in the right way. The only thing that really bothers me is that I have little time left for art, which is where I want to tell you the additional reasons for me playing with the thought of quitting the job from time to time. I am not exactly made for a 9-to-5 job, or to be specific, a 7:30 to 4 job, and with additional bus driving time, a 7-to-5 job. I mean, I'm complaining as if I didn't only work these hours for less than a month. It's just a lot for me to get used to at once. I don't know, I have no real time for art anymore other than the weekends, if I decide to drop my friends or other hobbies, and it's making me sad. I just regained my interest in art and that I want to create again, and now I literally can't. It sucks. It even hurts sometimes. It's like someone is taking my identity. Not only that, but I also cannot dress the way I would like to. Obviously, that's the quote-unquote price I pay for working with plants. The people here wouldn't mind if I appear in a full look. It's just that it's not practical for the work I perform. But it does feel weird regardless to not put makeup on in the morning and to think about my outfit not in an aesthetic but practical way. But I'm coping. I'm currently DIYing a lot of buttons with my favorite bands, so if I cannot look the way I want, at least my backpack screams goth. Jokes aside, I'm very happy that I'm allowed to listen to my personal music when I'm prepping seed packages, for example. I also had to cut my nails for that job. That's not exactly the truth, to be honest. My nails broke 2 weeks before the job started, so I cut them all off because otherwise my motor skills would have been very disabled, and I had to cut my nails for this job anyways. But, you know, I had very long nails for over 3 years now, and it's not the end of the world to cut my nails off, but it still sucks to just clip off a year of nail growth and nail care progress and relearning how to use hands with short nails. That kinda sucked. But overall, I'm just extremely grateful to have this job, even though I'm experiencing a lot of intense emotions, both pleasant and unpleasant. On the other hand, I feel like my whole identity is crumbling to pieces, and there will be nothing more left than the shell of what I used to be. But on the other hand, I feel like I'm finally learning what being alive means. It sounds so stupid and edgy, but the past years during school I was just switching between depression and indifference towards life, and now I'm meeting new people every day and people are trusting me and I'm giving a lot of responsibilities. I go out, I work with Mother Nature and people, and my understanding of existence is changing in a way that I can't really describe yet. And the co-workers overall are just such understanding human beings that are full of love and wisdom. I feel both very intimidated and accepted to the core by them. Obviously, they are much older and more experienced as me, but talking to people who are just so wise and knowledged is kind of destroying my worldview, In school, I tended to be the kid who was educated in a lot of different areas of life, and people deemed me as a very knowledge person. But now I am more and more noticing that I know shit. I know nothing about what this world is offering. I know nothing, and it makes me really question what I actually did learn the past 13 years I spent locked up studying in school when the real stuff is happening out there. It feels like I wasted so much time that I could have spent living and experiencing life as it is. I'm kinda scared of growing up, if I'm honest, but I am also now finally wanting to experience life with all its facets, and for that I have to grow up to a degree, or at least become older and learn how to act grown up so I don't fall out of place immediately. This job is just taking a lot from me while simultaneously giving me a lot, and I just don't know how to handle it, honestly. It does make me cry a lot, but I also feel so fulfilled and empowered. It does fill me with fear towards things I never did before and have to master and learn by myself alone. But it also shows me that I am capable of so much more and that I can indeed achieve and learn things on my own. That I can be part of a community and that I am able to help in a small company and contribute to it. That I'm able to heal and can cause things to become better by myself. It's weird. That's all I can say. With the speed paint coming to an end, let's talk a little bit about the artwork. All in all, I am quite satisfied with how this painting turned out. I really enjoy the colors and the texture of it, like how painterly yet smooth the brush strokes look. However, I don't feel like I really captured Erika's personality and overall look with it. I feel like the face shape is a bit odd for how I imagine her. Her nose is a bit too big and round than what I would have liked. Her hair turned out to be less curly, but it's okay. It cannot always be perfect, and even if, it's a practice painting anyways. I hope you enjoyed today's speed paint and my little talk here. I'm sorry that videos will be less frequent again. However, I try to aim for one video a month, even if it's just a short or less thoughtful one. With that, don't forget to like this video and share your thoughts with me if you want. Subscribe if you want to stay updated when I post. So, until then, stay safe and stay hydrated.